People would be amazed. They would also be amused for the greater part of the last century at one of the greatest amusement parks on the West Coast, Playland at the beach.
There was this precipice and you were going to go over that edge, and then you came down so fast. It was just amazing.
That amazing place was Playland, San Francisco's beachside amusement park that thrilled thousands and stood for over a century.
By far, the most popular thing is the fun house. All of these little holes drilled in the floor, and if you'd been in there once, you knew that was the air jets.
Of course, the early version was try and get the ladies' dresses up over their heads.
Orson Welles was a fan too. He used the park for the climactic ending to his 1948 film, The Lady from Shanghai.
Then with the advent of the 60s, things started to shift. Playland, of course, was not very far from the Haight-Ashbury, and as hippies in the summer of love, it greatly affected what was going on at the beach. And unfortunately, it started getting a reputation for drug dealing. Of the tour buses leaving the Cliff House, they would come down to the Great Highway, they would pause just for a moment in front of Playland, and the driver would say, "Over here to your left, this used to be a really great amusement park, but we dare not stop now, because it's really past its prime and it's dangerous." And that was the beginning of the end.
Playland closed on Labor Day 1972. And what's there today? Well, we went with city historian Woody LaBounty to find out.
This is the epicenter of what was Playland. You had the funhouse over there, you had the carousel over there. Right up there where that balcony is, that's where Laughing Sal was in the second story in a glass booth, cackling down at generations of scared children. And now, well, it's a nice place to live and look at the ocean. Condominiums, as far as the eye can see.
There's a plaque and some nice memorial sculptures, but fewer and fewer passersby take notice. Makes you wonder how many of these residents even know what was here, or even care.
I think it had its time, and that's what America wanted, and then when they were tired of it, it had to go away.
For others, though, the story is a tragedy.
The fellow whose father ran the ride lived right across the street, and he talks about during the month of September and October, when they were tearing it down, he says it was just nightmarish. They could hear it all day long in their house because it was so close by, and the buzz saws cutting through the wood of this thing, it was like their child.
I can't even. I mean, I literally cannot even drive by.
One fan, Charlie Moran, built this model to remember.
I did 6 different sections and about 3 months each.
Another Playland regular, David Warren, cherished his memories more than anything else in the world.
The last, 10, 15 years of his life, he was homeless. He wouldn't buy food, he wouldn't buy shelter. He would pay for the storage bin up in Santa Rosa where he had all of his Playland artifacts stored. So a lot of dedicated people out there, but Dave Warren's probably the most of all.
And because of those dreams of the devoted, pieces of Playland live on. The original carousel is still in San Francisco, now at Yerba Buena Gardens. Still works great. You can still enjoy an It's It, invented at Playland, now available in freezers everywhere. And best of all, you can